Hi guys, welcome back. It's Nancy, and we're going to make this cute card using some brand new release products from Catherine Pooler Designs for April 2022. And we are going to be using the Notable and Quotable Sentiments stamp set. We also have the matching Notable floral dies, which go with the floral images here. We have some lovely sentiments. I am going to bring in a couple pieces of pattern paper from Mr. Rabbit's Garden, which was part of last month's release. And we're going to be doing some simple stamping and coloring. All right, so let's get into it. So I'm going to bring in a piece of the Catherine Pooler premium cardstock. So you're going to need your card base made up. You're going to need a piece of 5 1/4 by 4 for your background. And here you can see the 2 extra strips that I have that are going to be just scrap paper from our pattern pack that we're going to use with our embellishing. And an extra piece that we're actually going to be stamping and coloring on. So this will be my background piece. And then these 2 pieces we'll cut down here, and then we'll put our floral images on there. So really easy to do. So let's get to stamping. Alright, so I'm going to stamp these 3 individually, and then we will color them in. And I'm going to use Martini as my color choice here to stamp them in. Okay, now on to the coloring. And for the coloring, I'm just going to bring in various ink colors, and I'm going to bring in my Tombow water-based marker blender, and this has a brush felt nib, and then you have a smaller pointed nib on this side. Okay, and all we're going to do is just bring some color in and spread it out. It's really easy to do. So I'm going to start with the greens. I think I'll use a little bit of grass skirt and just dab into my ink pad. If you have ink on your lid, you can do that too. I'll put these this way so you guys can see the ink colors. And I just start at the bottom of my leaf and pull that color up. And it will lighten as it goes up. Now for this smaller flower, I'm going to go on with Lime Ricky just to change up my colors. And you can mix and match your inks too if you want to do some more shadowing, shading, highlighting. You take as much time as you want doing your coloring. I don't color too often, so I try to make it quick and easy when I do it. But another thing that's fun about the design of these flowers is there is no right or wrong way. It's just based on your interpretation. I can come back in with the Martini if I want to add a little bit of shading, darken that up a little bit. Okay, and you can see how easy it was to do that. Maybe I want to add a little bit darker down here. Okay, I think that's good for my leaves. Then when you're done with the marker and you want to change colors, you just take a scrap piece of paper and just rub that color out and it'll come right out for you. I think for these smaller florals over here, I want to do a little bit of a purple blend. So I have Serenade and Grape Crush. Start with the lighter, the Serenade. And then again, if you want to add a little hint of a little darker, you just take a little bit of that darker color and pull that in. And I'm, whoops, barely touching the ink pad except for that time. It's okay. Just keep blending it out. This cardstock's pretty thick. It's 100 pounds, so as long as you're not adding too much water to it, you're really not going to get any pilling up of the paper. If you add too much water, then you might get some pilling. Just let it dry and then go back to it later. Okay, that looks good for my little purple florals. And then for these flowers, I'm going to do a little bit of shea butter and some glitz. And again, we're going to clean the purple off of here. Okay, now our florals are all colored. That was the hardest part of the whole thing, you guys, just coloring those in. So now we're going to take our matching dies and cut those out. And the dies you can purchase separately. They do not come with the stamp set. I know some of you guys like dies. Some of you guys have your scan and cut system. So it's nice that Catherine gives you an option. Okay, let me cut those out and I'll be right back. Okay, so we have all of our florals die cut out. So now it's just assembly. First thing I want to do is stamp my sentiment. So this cardstock is cut down to 5 1/4 by 4. I've picked the sentiment that says completely and perfectly incandescently happy by Jane Austen. Have that on my stamping block. I'm going to stamp that out in spruce ink. And we're going to stamp that in the top left corner here. Give that just a second to transfer over. Hey, and it's straight. Okay, that's why I stamped it first, because if I put it on crooked, I'd have time to flip it over. Okay, so then I'm going to grab some of this, again, pattern paper left over, and I'm just going to trim this down. So this is going to be all the way across, so 5 1/4 by 4 inches wide on this one. And this one's just going to be a little sliver of that. So what is that, like 2 inches? 3 inches on that one. And again, it's just using leftover pattern paper just to give this a little bit of an accent. So we're going to glue this into place. Then we'll grab this little sliver and put that there. Okay, and now we can glue our florals into place. This one is the largest one, so I'm going to put that one in the middle. And then we're going to put all of this, I have a top folding card base here. We'll have a little bit of a white border. There we go. Isn't that a fun card? And again, you can make it as bright as you want. You can use nice neutral colors and make it a sympathy card, but I think that that came out really nice. Here's the other one I made where I colored the flowers much brighter. I stamped the sentiment in a brighter color, but you know, it's just up to you and your color palette and what you want to do. But I'm really happy with both of those. And again, that is using the Notable Quotable new stamp set and sentiments and the matching Notable floral dies. Some leftover pattern paper from Mr. Rabbit's Garden. I will link everything down below for you guys. If you have any questions, post it down below. And if you could, give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. Thanks for watching, guys, and keep on stamping. Bye.